Hello, so let's continue mental diary rereading for myself and for anyone interested. So December date, very choppy, very hard week. Basically 2 setups per day on indices, everything else complete chop. Got a big losing streak, like 10 trades in a row. Feeling sad because of this. One time drawdown limiter shut me down. Outside life sucks for now, with more chances of going to war with each day, more debt. Don't know what else to say. I expected better results, with rule following being in check more or less, but markets really sucked previous 2 weeks, complete chop and back and forth, with occasional moves out of nowhere. I understand that this is just waiting time basically. Today I've got to 9.5% drawdown for my 25k valuation, mainly because of quality setups, so low quality setups. During previous week I took 3 to 4 setups of B quality and probably 1 to C quality, all losers. It happened mainly because I got attached to what I'm trading. Ideally I should just wait out this period. Maybe trading German 30, it provided so many opportunities. I decided to have this 30-day rule following record and now start a new challenge with as much focus on high quality as I possibly can. This challenge, even if failed completely, will be the best challenge I had because of risk management. Feeling absolutely awful and bad, but this is the next step. I want to start 100 days of good trading and see where it leads me. So 1 week later, basically a very hard previous 2 weeks, lost my focus, forced a lot of trades, started 100 days challenge, and first 3 days were really forced. Previous 2 weeks are basically a losing streak. Many times I had this indication of a mess that is going in my head, that oh, it's going for every move or mini impulse, and then I've got to get in. It's definitely the move, and it's all is happening in a really shit environment. 2 days later, had some good news, but it just didn't go. Had some good ideas. The end of the week was better than beginning, but still not good. Intuition is there. Now I need to learn to listen to it. Sometimes it's just hilarious how many times I already spent learning trading, and I still can't get consistent results. I will still count it as first week of my 100 days challenge. 5 days later, change in management to 4-hour fixed because on analysis of recent live 750 trades also it's just simpler and every trade is finished act. Next day, returning back to my flow, which mainly characterized by the ability to easily stay out of the market without effects on the mind, just seeing the markets are bad and wait, keeping focus, etc. Feeling okay, though outside last week just crashing. I guess it's all in hope that it will get better. Last 2 weeks, though, last week of the year has been really good, up 6%, which allows me to come back to almost at break even on my current 25k account, good quality trades, and overall K mentality. I noticed I can extend stable period to longer time more easily compared to 1 year ago. I noticed I really underestimate my efforts and experience as a trader. January. Fifth markets very slow during first week. Context is weak. No trades for me this week. Maybe something during New York. Starting to think I was not staying out enough because I did some backtesting and it clearly showed I didn't count for some of the factors in multi-time frame and entry time frame. Not that I didn't know about them, but I actually didn't apply this clarity knowledge properly. January 10th going good, managed to make plus 10% during previous 7 active days, from minus 9.5% to plus 2. Staying out of many not so good trades, not feeling overexcited at all because I know how easily it can go away. True. It's interesting when it's all going okay. I do not have much to write about here. So record months of plus 25, 21 are 4 green weeks, quality of trades and staying out a lot influenced it all. So what I notice is that I'm spending extremely little time on analysis, and when something is not good, it's just not good, and I go on with something else. Play a lot of chess these days. Also, it's more easy if the analysis not working. It's like I try to see the market a bit differently, uh not as price moving in some direction and me as a predictor of it, but I see myself more as someone who just looks at setups in more neutral role. So my best period ever with smallest amount of trades per day. It's almost 25 days of rule following. 10 days later, phase 1 passed, 30 days of rule following achieved again, 6 profitable weeks in a row, 2 trades during previous 2 weeks. Previous time I broke on day 31, not feeling too much, actually almost nothing, cause I know so much work ahead. Started phase 2 with 3 minus ones, not the best entries, good high time frame and medium time frame, but entry time frame pretty choppy. But still feeling okay. Need to be careful this week. Next day, ends of the month are often hard for me. Continued losing streak today with uh, four minus ones, two of which are so quality. Feeling worse than yesterday. First time in a long time drawdown limiter triggered. This is definitely some local crisis. Markets are pretty choppy. Overall minus 5% on phase 2 now. Definitely lost my focus. One day later, feeling better, working cautiously. I'm good consistent trader already. I have earned probably 200-300% on account, of course with bigger drawdown, but I'll work it over. I know my setup and used it many times. NFP Friday, try to enter on UJ, one entry with 0.3% risk. Entry is okay, a little late though, and multi-time frame not optimal. I wish I didn't lose my focus in the beginning of the week. I'll count myself 35 days of rule following, but that's definitely with some advanced credit of trust. A week later, 35 days of rule following remains a record. This past week I was not doing good and lost phase 2 and my attempt to strike 100 days of rule following. I took several basically random trades. Before that I was feeling tired, unfocused, frustrated. Lost focus from rule following challenge and 100 days. So this is my main pattern when I tilt. All the debt is just smashing me now, plus all that's happening in the outside world. Probably now I'm in the lowest place in 4 years in my trading, and I will be even lower soon. While keeping taking poor trades, I also over-risked on the last one and went directly against the impulse at hand. So the pattern from the past, from the deep past, repeated itself, that's for sure. With that, I held on for a longer time than before, so next goal is 50 days. In this minion phase 2 is breaker. Uh, to almost 20 days later, got funded with 10k, feeling basically nothing because I know how much work I'll need to do in the future. Bought a bit of tone. Plan to make a small personal account. Good news, got eligible for a payout. So that's 1 week later. Now we'll wait and update when received. Bad news, deposited on my own account $175, blowed it all in 4 days by taking random trades and moving stop, finishing with going against the all-time high impulse on gold, exactly like I did once with AU probably 3.5 years ago. So acted like a complete beginner. Today wanted to go against all-time highs on gold again, being almost completely sure it will go down, but I didn't, which is very good. Yes, this is true. Some part of me still does not believe I can make decent money in trading. Withdrawing some profits. My RR curve went into small profits and now eligible for another payout in the end of months if I'll manage to keep profit during next 2 trading weeks. That's very important period because I never had a second payout on the same account. I'm also halfway to scaling now and 25 days of full following achieved. 10k, so in 4 days, taken 10k almost lost at the first payout, just like 75k before. Don't want to say anything, just want to leave. Just don't want to leave even. Feeling of insecurity I have is because of multiple blows in the past. I blowed accounts after first payout doing things like telling relatives, over risking highly like 5-7%, moving stops, taking random trades. Anytime I do any of this, I'm blowing current account in the future. When you over risk, you know it because of intuition, heart, pulse, body heat, and the need to watch the price constantly. I didn't do my meditation, didn't rest enough, traded on weekend and very early in the morning. So another 25 days challenge failed, and this is how I moved my stop loss. Next day I traded okay, and then in the end trade went to 3.95R, turned back, stopped me by a pip and went to take profit. Then 10k account lost. This is ridiculous. I'm trading for almost 4.5 years. Next next login almost in 15 days. 10k was lost. Started new 25k, went into 6% profit, lost the profit in 1 day later, gained some again, then this happened. Gold short against all the time frames, near all-time highs, 7% risk, went against everything I know mental and technical, exactly like all the years before. 25k lost. Started 10k challenge. So in 10 days, down 7% in 3 days because of over-risking and going against gold again, against the same trend. So I didn't stabilize myself. Got some good trading on personal small account, withdrew and then blew it all on gold. So it's almost a month of lowest quality trading while life debt becoming bigger and bigger. Okay, so April 13, 2024 started new 50 days challenge. When you do it right, it works. It does not work at all when instead of trading setups you start to prove something to the market. Change happens to both good and bad sides during every moment and every decision. You hope some change in you will come and solve all of your struggles, but you hoped for a better future that will magically do it, but it's just another way to shift responsibility just as a drawdown limiter. But change happens every moment now, and it's not stable. So you are making decisions every moment, choosing to what variation of reality you'll go from here. Profits from random decisions will be sooner or later lost into even more drawdown. So when you trade like this, you automatically lose in any case. The very next day, over-risking and traded bad setups. Also, I'm overreacting to both losers and winners, which leads to very wrong and bad emotional decisions. I manually closed the trade where I risk all personal account, entered the trade with better context and optimal risk, feeling better now. If I would not do it, I would lose my personal account again. 19th of April. Had another catastrophic week, over-risking trading with no context, absolute garbage. Latest 10k challenge, almost lost. Will be lost almost for sure. $100 personal lost with latest trade being over-risked as usual during previous month. And of course that 50 days challenge completely lost. Next week we'll start 5 days challenge. Second day of new 50-day challenge. In one moment over-risked, but then lowered the size while the price was at B. Started a new personal account, $300. Over-risking makes me intensely stressful. Next day. Overall, today went not good because I entered against my conscious bias. However, in the end of the day, I entered with my bias and it feels so peaceful even though I don't know the result and I probably lose, and I'm fine with that. I wonder if it's possible to feel like this with no trading at all. I think it's possible. Reduced my target to 3R for now. Failed 10k, started 5k. Yesterday's UJ Pip stopped and went to take profit. It was a good idea and trade. Today started with good gold long with high time frame context and a bit messy medium time frames. Over risked. May. I didn't hold even 2 days, went all in on the second day, losing my personal account and 5k valuation on a clear down moving BTC, targeting very easy liquidity targets after extended run to all-time highs. Working with a mental journal from Bailouni. Outcome of this trade, really, I'm more on the side of expecting it as a winner. So I want to consciously think that it might and actually has all the chances to become a loss or break even and a winner too, and that's the real truth. I also kind of want the market to give me this win so that I feel better. Expecting a move in my direction, but it's only a probability. No one knows how actually the price will develop. A true win is to keep focused on the process. Why is it every time when I follow rules I start period of okay trading and feeling okay? Is it coincidence? No, you stupid motherfucker. Started to use Bailouni's bulletproof mindset tool, which I find very helpful, starting to see some emotional balance coming in. Next week, day 12 of consecutive rule following. As always, when I follow rules, it all becomes much better technically and mentally. For example, after these 12 days, personal 120 grown to 200 with risk up to 10% per trade. Current 2.5k funding is up to 9% phase 1. Day 15 of rule following phase 2, 50% of needed target. Personal account grows. Day 20 of rule following phase 2 passed. Personal account withdrawal to $200. Today is 4.5 years of my trading. I've been funded 4 times and lost 3 of that funded accounts. All next numbers are approximate. I invested 3k in education, 3k on funding my personal accounts, maybe 15 or 20 of them, from which I blowed them all. As for funding, I think I'm somewhere at 50 attempts range, 4 passed, 46 failed. So it's approximately 5k for funding challenges.